The kitchen. We've made it up to episode number 18 in Building Your Tiny House Dream. Now, the kitchen's really a rather basic cabinet, if you will, with a sink on top, but let me explain to you how I put that together. Quick overview of the underside, no pun intended. Alright, a little bit more by way of explanation here. You're looking at the underside of 3 IKEA cutting boards. Now, I opted to use those because I didn't want to buy a big chunk of butcher block. So you got 3 cutting boards that are pieced together. You see the holes of the cutting boards at the top edge there. And I'm just starting to frame this out. So you're looking at the underneath, but I wanted to just kind of explain a little bit better what this is. Of the kitchen counter. So you're looking at the bottom of the kitchen counter, and what I'm starting to do is frame out what the underside is going to look like as it goes there. So this side goes right up against that wall over there, and then the back of it, which is that, runs flush against the back wall. And then on the side, we're leaving an 1.5 inches, or I'm leaving an 1.5 inches space overhang, and the same on the front, 1.5 inches there. And then these pieces I just put in here as sort of placeholders because that's where the legs are going to wind up. And those legs are going to get measured from 1, 2 right there. Those are the ones coming up from the non-cropped out section. And then 3, 4 for the back. So those back ones, that's that one and that one, are going to be shorter than the front ones because the front ones are going all the way to the floor and the other ones are just going onto that outcropping. So what we need to do is we need to accommodate for the lack of rise in the back and make them shorter by exactly the amount that this is right there. I think it's 13.5 or thereabouts. So 4 sets of legs, 2 of them are going to be 13.5 shorter than the other 2 legs. Yeah, and that's about it. And these holes I'm not too worried about. One's going to get covered with a faucet or similar, and it's just gonna kind of work out that way. I'm not cutting the hole for the sink yet. That can wait. It's basically got to fit in here, but that should be fine. Actually, I'm sorry. Wait. Yeah, I've got this the wrong way, actually. I need to slide this over. This actually needs to be moved over. We're going to go here. That's going to slide over. That's going to slide over. Something like that. There we go. Now, if you were to flip this like this, that end up and over, then you get that overhang edge over on this side and the front lip on this side. So that's what we want. Right, and then that puts the sink over here because again it's like that. This is the bottom of it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So the trick with these is going to be to glue them onto the board, and then not just glue them, but also drive a screw through here. So this is, what are we looking at? 2.5 inches here, and then that's about 3/4 inch. So we want like a 3-inch screw, basically. A 3-inch screw will get into the into this board far enough to hold on to it, but not come out the top. So 3-inch screw through here. We'll sink it a little bit, and that way we'll get pretty close to the top edge of the board. That'll get it a nice grip. We'll glue it. We'll glue all the other stuff, and that's that. And then for these, we're going to drill run a screw through here, so that we're attaching it to here. And then ideally we run another screw. Yeah, we might do like a little bit of an angled screw from here into here, and then go straight through from this part into this one, just to hold all that together. Again, these are placeholders. Ignore these. These do not mean anything. But that's how we're doing it. Now on some tables, like you may have seen, like sometimes people will cut like a 45-degree angle. They'll put a little bracket in here, and then you can run a screw through a piece like this and into the corner, and that holds it nice and tight. But yeah, I'm not going to be doing that most likely, because it cuts into your space there a little bit as well, especially maybe over here. I'm not sure how large the sink's going to be, but it's going to be something like that. Could be running into a problem over here potentially, or in that corner with the faucet. Next up is cutting out the hole for the kitchen sink. Kitchen sink looks like that. It is, yes, it's a salad bowl. What I did is I traced out the exterior edge of this, and then I traced a second circle just slightly on the inside of that. Then I taped out the line, so you can see the line right along the edge of that tape. That's the inner circle, because you want that lip to sit on the this lip right here to sit on there and sort of drop in. Yeah, I'm either going to cut this out with the jigsaw, or I'm going to use the router. I'll expand these holes a little bit. Maybe I'll do a circle cutter, because that'll give me enough room to get the router in, and then I'll pretty much just follow the tape. If I stay on the inside of the tape, I'll be fine. Might have to do a little touch-up, but that's going to be the way that I go. It's going to make it real dusty in here, but you know, it's already dusty in here. So yes, I could take this out, but it's got the weird short back leg, and then I'd have to balance it on, maybe I could balance it on the sawhorses. Let me give that a try. Beats creating all that extra dust in here. Alright, so it turns out the router is not going to cut deep enough into there. The router attachment that I have is only going to go in like 3/4 of an inch. You need to go in a full inch. So we're just going to go with the jigsaw. Not bad. There we go. It's fine. That'll glue into place. Could have made that a lot smaller. I guess because of the immediate angle it takes. But there's plenty of coverage, so that's good. This could come off. So you can test the strength of the wood glue here too, because this is where the seam is on the board, and yeah, it's pretty strong. Yeah, that held together nice. Alright, that's good to know. So what'll happen here is we'll run a nice thick bead of silicone on the back of this to prevent water from getting down in there too, and that'll just kind of make it sit in there real nice. That'll happen long after I put the drain into this and, you know, hook all this stuff up. That'll be sort of the last step. The faucet, which I've ordered, which is a small electrical switch faucet actually, it's going to sit right here, and then the water is going to go into the sink in this fashion. So that's being delivered later this week. I think we're good here. We can continue putting the rest of this thing together in the intro. Cool. Okay, as usual, it's an awful lot of information to impart in just a few minutes, but the book goes into some additional detail, and I think between the video and the book, you should be able to piece this kitchen cabinet together. I hope this has been helpful. I'll see you in the next episode.